to roll there, Josh. I'm good with.
I think we could just start the episode with we're ready to talk about news,
Okay,
which we're rolling, sir. So, where are we starting first?
sure. I think the biggest news of the week has was the Nintendo Direct that dropped on the 17th, so a couple days ago. I'm gonna go through kind of the 20. Well, there were 20 announcements. So I'm gonna go through some of these and see which ones will have an impact on us as being Switch owners. I'm gonna go in reverse order of announcements. So the biggest announcement, the thing that kept last, was a sequel to Splatoon. So they're gonna come out with a Splatoon 3, and that will come out in 2022. You want to talk about that, or you want to pass to the next topic?
We're probably gonna have to go next because I haven't played Splatoon, but I mean, this whole like post-apocalyptic trailer looked pretty decent. So, then again, I haven't played it.
Fair
So,
enough.
have you played it?
I play Splatoon 2 for a bit. Every once in a while, Nintendo Switch offers like a free demo weekend, like full gameplay weekend. So I played it a few times. It is a third person like action
Shooter.
third person shooter, primarily multiplayer focused. So there's like turf battle, which is because you, as you see in this, might see in the trailer, like you're trying to like paint as much of the map with your color versus the other team.
Huh.
So that's called turf battle. So that's like their version of I would say kind of traditional like death match. It's like turf wars, like
Gotcha.
painting as much as you can. This is the game for kids and families. So it's
Yeah,
not.
I was gonna say you're not getting kill streaks or anything like that here. So
No,
it's
you're
like,
trying to, yeah. So you're trying to
let's.
do that. So there's like multiple like there's a couple of spins on like trying to paint the area you're most like to cover the map as most with your colors.
hmm
The one that I thought was pretty fun, I was like, this is not bad. I possibly could get into it. Is they have something called a salmon run,
Uh,
and that is kind of closer to like more cooperative. Like you and four other people team up, and you just fight a bunch of like various enemy types that like Splatoon has, and then you try to last as long as you can. So kind of like
oh,
wave based stuff, and then you're trying to. So that wasn't bad. Got more of a like if I do multiplayer like cooperative is a lot more it's a lot more toward appeals to me a lot more than just kind of like me trying
yeah,
to me versus me trying to be competitive.
cool. Yeah, that sounds dope. I can dig that. So, I guess we'll see. I think I'll take a look at it. Maybe I'll get like a demo too and see how it goes. But as of right now, it's not the best news to me.
Fair enough. Well, this news, it's probably not going to fill the both of us, but it is news. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD slashes onto Nintendo Switch in July. Any words, or we're moving forward?
No, what's cool about that was,
Ooh.
obviously that they're remaking their games, which is awesome. But they also dropped a little hint too. I don't know if you were going to mention this about Zelda or not, but that Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be dropping at the end of the year, they said? No? Well, they said that they had some more
News,
news about it
yeah, news
coming
is
out. So,
dropping. So I would with news. I would project that means it's dropping. I believe it's just. I'm probably gonna say it's just gonna be an update of saying, hey, you really want this game, and we're working really hard at it, and we think it might come out in 2022, and we'll be like, cool, thanks,
you think so? I don't know, man. I think that
100%.
they could do like a late drop because that game what came out 4 years ago. So
2017.
that's a pretty long time. You know what I
Sure.
mean? And they've been updating this as a kind of like an appetizer to the new Breath of the Wild. So, but I will
Gotcha.
tell you that I have been thinking about playing the Breath of the
But
Wild,
oh,
as
really
of late.
nice. That's a good game.
I haven't
It's a
pulled the
good game.
trigger on it, but like I've been thinking about it. So
That's smart. It's fun.
who knows?
I hope you're right about that one, Josh. I hope you are right.
I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful,
Uh,
man, that maybe we'll get a drop in here to kind of cap off Nintendo's year. So
Certainly, that'll be great news for all Nintendo fans. Finally, some news we both actually be enthusiastic about, and not just faking it for the pod. Mario Golf Super Rush. This is coming out in June, the end of June, June 25th. I think we're both extremely happy
uh,
it has been announced. I think we both have a lot of memories of playing Mario Golf on the GameCube or the 3DS. And yeah, this is I'm gonna say tentatively a day one cop for me. This is something I'm very much looking forward to playing.
This is a pre-order for me, dude, for sure. I was so hyped, man. Like I didn't know that they had to do something big, but I felt like it was only a matter of time because the last like Mario Sport was what Aces,
Yes.
and like they still kind of fiddle with that, but then they had to come up big. So I am super hyped. That new multiplayer mode looks dope too. To kind of like first one to pretty much get in the whole wins, and you kind of go through there, which looks pretty cool. So
Hmm.
I am definitely super excited for this. It's probably to me the biggest news of the whole direct, if you ask me. So
I agree. Yeah, this is what my biggest announcement. I think that I was most hyped for. Yeah. So yeah, I like the new mode you're talking about. I like that the fact there's going to be like kind of a single player story mode. That's always fun. I always like the classic. You start from the bottom, now we're here type
yeah,
story mode challenge. That's always fun. So yeah, this game seems to be something I'll be very excited about when it comes out in June. Moving on, this is kind of cool. First, Super Mario themed items are coming to Animal Crossing. That's cool. War pipes and blocks, and being able to dress up as Mario or Peach, and that's cool. And flagpole. So that's about as much I could say about it. That's about as much as I could muster about a game I've never played. Say that's cool about 3 times in a short time period. So that's how much I know about this game.
yeah, man. That's. I mean, if you're still playing Animal Crossing, big ups to you, and you're getting some Mario stuff. But I haven't played it. I've watched it, but I haven't played it. So I mean, that's cool, I guess. So moving on.
Yes, sir. This is something I was pretty excited about. This game was the talk of gaming, I think, last summer and fall, and it's finally coming to the Switch. It's Fall Guys. Ultimate Knockout is getting ported to the Switch. This game is targeted to release sometime in the summer, and this is something I would give a go. This game seems fun. Seems like a cool kind of like massive multiplayer game that I might actually get into. So I'm gonna give this one a try once it drops on the Switch.
It'll be cool to kind of open up the player base that way because it was only open to like PC and PS4 or PS5
Hmm.
last year or 2 years ago. So, or yeah, last year. And it kind of to me personally, I loved it when I first started playing. It's just like that whole. It just gets fun when you play with a lot of people. And then you're obviously all trying to go for the gold, but um, it's definitely a huge move too for Nintendo to get that on their console because I feel like it's just like a fun, like family friendly game too that everybody can play. So hyped. That's sick.
100%. There's always some Smash Brother news. So there's a new fighter coming to Smash. It's another sword character. So Josh is pretty hyped about that. He loves his sword characters. This is coming from Xenoblade Chronicles. It's Pyra and Mythra. We're gonna say. Sorry if I mispronounced that. But it's two characters in one. It's coming from Xenoblade Chronicles, which is a franchise that a lot of people like, but something I've never played before. But if you're a Smash fan, there's some more characters, and you gotta appreciate that Nintendo keeps on adding characters to this game that came out 2 years ago now, getting close to almost 2 years. So yeah, it's something more for the Smash community.
Hooray!
All right.
Another fighter. I man, I don't understand. Like we're getting the same character over and over and over again. Like I don't know who. I mean, if you're a real big like Xenoblade character, Xenoblade like fan, you're hyped for it. But like,
Mm-hmm.
what the fuck is going on, man? Like, change it up a bit. Like, put Crash in there or something. You're getting Crash soon. Throw him in there. Change it up. But
That'd be cool.
this
Crash
is
would have
just
been a hype moment if they got Crash.
yeah. Oh yeah. It just they need. I feel like they would need something else. Like, yeah, I know I'm only speaking for myself, and like I may not be like the biggest fan of that, but like. Still, how many more swordsmen are we going to get in this game? It's getting old, and I wonder if nobody else sees that, if it's just me that thinks that. So they can still continue to drop that stuff. I guess I don't know. Not cool.
Gotcha. Coming up next, if you bought this game last winter and you should be pretty excited about this news. Hyrule Warrior: Age of Calamity is getting an expansion pack. The expansion pack is $20, and it's coming in 2 waves. When you first purchase the expansion pack, you'll get new weapons for Link and a new costume from Link, and that's dropping May 28th. The first wave is dropping June, and you'll get expanded roster, so more characters. New weapons are being added. There'll be new challenges in the Royal Ancient Lab, and there will be also newly added challenging enemies. The second wave will drop in November. Once again, there'll be some new characters, some new stages, and expanded rosters, and new battle skills for existing characters. And it's pretty reasonable at $20. So if you like Hyrule Warrior: Age of Calamity, you're getting some more content. So that's good news for those fans.
Nice. Still got the demo sitting there, but this could be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hades took over, and I just ended up playing that a lot. So I kind of haven't jumped into that demo, but down my to-do list. So hopefully, maybe I'll participate in some of this stuff too.
Nice. Here's some interesting games that are dropping to the Switch. First one is a game called The Outer Wiles. I think this game came out a couple years ago, and it's like a first-person space exploration type game. And that's coming to the Switch. When's it coming to the Switch? Sometime in the summer. So it's a game that came out in 2019. It was highly rated when it came out. A lot of people thought it was pretty cool. And now you'll be able to play it on the Switch.
Nice.
A few more games. Famicom Detective Club is coming to the Switch on May 14th. So if you like detective games and visual novels, this is something for you.
Sure.
Moving on. No More Heroes 3 will launch August 27th. And that game looks pretty out there, but maybe it's a winner. We'll see when it drops. That's the one with like Travis touched on like fighting aliens, and it's a weird game, but it could be a good one once it gets a little bit closer and know a little bit more about it. I feel like this game could be for you, Josh, so we'll find out. Monster Hunter Rise launches March 26th. I believe you played a little Monster Hunter for the Xbox and PlayStation, and now Switch is getting its own version, and I would say it doesn't look half bad.
Doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I feel like, if they're making their own version and they're obviously trying to optimize the Nintendo to like its fullest potential, why not?
Mm-hmm.
It looked pretty cool. Like obviously, like the whole Monster Hunter aspect of the game was dope. So maybe this is their time to kind of bring more light into the franchise and get more people to start playing the game.
Certainly. Up next is a game that I have no relation to it, and I'm not very familiar with it at all. It's called Stubbs the Zombie Rebel Without a Pulse. I guess it's the game that came out quite some time ago, and it's coming to the Switch. You're a zombie and you walk around doing things, I guess.
I guess.
All right then. Moving on. So this is an interesting one. It's from the creator of Donut County, which is a game you played the last week and you enjoyed quite a bit. It's called Neon White. It's a first-person action platformer. And yeah, it kind of looks like Mirror's Edge, if you ever played Mirror's Edge, with a little bit of like a card battle system. So instead of like shooting bullets, you switch up, like you use different cards to attack your enemies. So it's an interesting matchup of two genres, like a card battle game and then with a little bit more of that like first-person action platformer to Mirror Edge. So I'll give that.
It looks super interesting when I saw that.
Yeah, I would say that. That's what I was gonna say. That's a super interesting game.
That's a demo for sure.
Sir. Coming up next is Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville, the complete edition. This is a game that came back in 2019. And now onto the Switch. It's coming out onto the Switch on March 19th, but it's coming with all the DLC, bonus, and all the things that you had to purchase separately, all in one package. So this is kind of another family-friendly third-person action game that, I'm going to say it's a demo. If I got to download it just to see what it's all about, I'll give it a demo at least. I'm not sure if it's going to be a winner, but I'm interested enough to give it a demo. Unless you've played it and you get more hands-on experience with it.
I played the Battle for a Neighbor, like the one for the Xbox, for 10 seconds,
Ooh,
and
it was that bad?
it. I'm so used to the traditional Plants vs Zombies, which is
Mm-hmm.
like more of like a place things wherever you need them to be, and
Mm-hmm.
go from there. But I'm not sure if I like the first person aspect to it. Kind of like
Gotcha,
I'd rather just see everything as a whole versus just like me shooting off. But
gotcha.
I keep seeing more stuff about it, but maybe I should revisit it and give it a chance to see. Maybe it could be something cool.
100%. This game has an incredible art style, really cool. If you're familiar with Octopath Traveler, which is the game that came out exclusive to a Switch a couple years ago, it has like super awesome HD pixel graphics with that like tilt shift effect, so like it makes things look miniature. And it's a game called Project Triangle Strategy. This game is coming on 2022. There's a demo for it right now. So if you're a fan of tactical RPGs, this is something at least worth demoing, and you could play the demo right now.
Yeah, this one looks super interesting. This also had like what I think the longest,
Mm-hmm.
demo, not demo, but like showcase this whole thing. It was super long and like it's very interesting because like I think they said that like you're trying to like persuade the village on how which way they should decide on like this trial that's going on and everything you do affects the way you progress through the game. So I think I'm gonna try this demo out for sure. I was very
Cool.
intrigued by it when I first saw it. So
A
report
few
back
more.
later.
A few more. Very nice. A few more. Star Wars Hunter. Star Wars Hunter is a competitive free-to-play online shooter from the makers of Farmville. So Zynga, the makers of Farmville and Words with Friend, is making a Star Wars shooter. This will be a squad-based shooter set between the events of Episode 6,
Six and 7.
6 and 7. There we go. So yeah, we'll know more once it comes out because I think the trailer was mostly CG. I didn't think there was any gameplay for it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, any Star Wars game is good news, so
Mm-hmm.
we shall see.
The makers of Mario Kart Live Home Circuit is making a dodgeball game called Knockout City. So it's an online-based dodgeball game. So that could be kind of interesting.
This looks super bogus, but made me want to play it even more. Like, it kind of, what was the one game that the Switch released, I think last year, that was like
Oh, it's the game that
Ninja, like the online
yes.
teams and stuff or whatever. This looks like
Mm-hmm.
that, but with dodgeball. So, I mean, I'll try this for sure. This looks dope. But it's also kind of weird because it's like, I think the trailer was a little too much, but the game
Yeah, I
looks
don't like
cool.
the gameplay looks good. The trailer is kind of odd.
Yeah, it's like they're interviewing characters or some
Mm-hmm.
shit, but the game
If
looks
they just
cool.
showed like pure gameplay and didn't have like interviewing the characters or like the different costumes you could be, I think that would have helped out a lot of. Because looking at like the game itself, okay, like it is like it's dodgeball, so that's kind of that's an interesting idea.
It's interesting that we haven't seen anything like this sooner.
Hmm.
I think so. This could be cool.
Okay, let's go down. Ninja Gaiden, which is a game that came out for the Xbox, is you're getting all three Ninja Gaiden games. So, you're getting Ninja Gaiden Sigma, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, and Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. That is launching on this December 10th. It comes with all the post-launch content at no additional cost. So if you were a fan of this Xbox series, you now will be able to take it on the go.
June 10th.
June 10th. Very good. Thanks for that correction.
No problem. Yeah, this is like The Witcher to me. It's like,
Mhm.
yeah, they're just moving stuff over.
Yes, sir.
So, ain't no
And
thing. That's about
yeah,
it, isn't it?
that's all. That Hades is getting a physical release, which is really cool. So if you like Hades and you want to have it physically with a cool artwork, that's coming out March 19th. And the World Ends Club, which is the I think the sequel to The World Ends with You, that is coming on May 28th. So that is all the Nintendo news. But I do have a special Nintendo segment that I did not tell you
Uh
about.
oh.
So this is
Yeah.
gonna be fun. I'm not sure if you saw this news. I know it was circling around the socials, the Instagrams, the TikToks of the world.
Today or
Sometime last week, within this week period,
oh,
and it's video game related,
uh oh,
and it has to deal with Joey B, our current president,
Joey.
Joey Biden.
Uh,
Any guesses? All right, I'll go into it. Over the
Paperboy.
week, Over the weekend, President Joe Biden made his first visit to the presidential retreat, Camp David, which is a cool perk if you're the president. To relax, he played some Mario Kart Arcade GPDX. Are you
What?
familiar with the Mario Kart arcade game?
Oh, I don't think so.
So it's like Mario Kart, but it's classic arcade driving with like the wheels and the pedals.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
So it's like Mario Kart, like it looks like Mario Kart 8 or so, and it's this classic Mario Kart with like just like driving if you're playing like San Francisco Rush or any other.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I guess the biggest news of that is that he won. He beat his granddaughter in Mario Kart 8. So Joey B got skills, man. We got a gamer in the White House. How do you feel about that, Josh?
Joey B.
Our first official gamer in the White House, verified that
It's
he got
It was
skills, man.
rigged. It was rigged.
He got skills, man.
Yeah,
He
I
got
mean,
skills.
hey, big ups to Joey B if he could, he's got it going on. So
Man, our oldest
who would have
president
thought that
at
he would be
78, man. You never. That gives me hope when I'm 78. I could still be,
playing video games?
playing video games and being decent at them.
I think the way that you play Mario Kart, dude, I think you'd have no problem getting older playing video games and like smoking, all the youngsters in this game. So
There we go. That was our
I
fun
think,
little news.
yeah, I think that's cool, man. Like, I'm surprised that that GPDX is the stuff you see at
Dave and Buster's and stuff.
there you go. Yep.
Yep.
I was like, what's that place called? Cool, man. Hey, if he wants to try to, play some Call of Duty, the Council Boys are here to play. So
That'll be
it is.
his next stop. Send out the invite there, Josh. Give
Yeah.
minus PSN and Xbox name, and you can figure that out.
He'll probably jump off. It's probably like White House or like POTUS or something like that.
That's a wonderful intro, Josh. Because speaking of Call of Duty, Warzone, and Black Ops, we are getting some new content with Season 2.
Season 2, buddy boy. I'm hyped, man. Next week, February 25th, we are getting more Call of Duty. Now, I feel like, I don't know if Call of Duty was the first one to kind of do like these battle passes and stuff, but it's like the best bang for your buck, and you get so much content. And, it's just like, what I love about it so much is that you have like a specific amount of time to get all this potentially free stuff. You pay for the battle pass, which, a quick 20 goes a long way, and you get so much out of it. And, you get new game modes, new guns, and it's just like a whole goodie bag of stuff. And you have to work towards it too. So it's like, that's how they get you. You pay the $20 and you have to keep playing to get stuff. But one of the biggest news is about this Season 2 is we're getting a new zombies mode. So Outbreak is the rumor to be their new open world zombies mode, which that has endless possibilities, I feel. You know what I mean? Like, who knows what the point of it is. And what's also great is that it's a new mode for zombies that we just got a new map to. So hopefully they're going to keep trying to feed this more content. So new perks, new guns. Season 2, 25th. I'll be there, that's for sure. So the gang will be on. I think that's about
news for the week.
Yeah, that's it. Do you want to talk about Mortal Kombat real quick, or you want to kind of let it go, or?
Oh, I guess.
It'll be quick, man. Mortal Kombat dropped a trailer the other day, which looked fucking unbelievable. I'll tell you that. Like, it looked awesome. I don't know if you saw it. Did you end up watching it? But
yep.
It looks like, Sub-Zero is a problem in the world, and they're trying to take him out. But then they find out about Mortal Kombat, and everything goes ape shit. So it looks like they have a lot of characters in there too, and it looks like the fatalities will be present. So I'm super hyped about it. I know we kind of briefly talked about the original Mortal Kombat, but you kind of want to give your little views on Mortal Kombat in the cinema universe, my friend.
Sure. This new one is, it's definitely aiming towards that Mortal Kombat audience. Like you mentioned, the fatalities are real. Yeah, this game is definitely going to be a gory, bloody mess. So like I think within like the first 20 seconds, Sub-Zero freezes Jax's arm off, and that's how he gets his cyborg arm. So like they were not messing around. So within like
Wild.
20, yeah, wow. So yeah, within 30 seconds of watching this trailer, like you're in and out on like the whole like vibe that Mortal Kombat's throwing off for you.
It's
Sorry,
I
continue.
don't know. I'm just like trying to think out loud. It's like I hope we get to see this in an IMAX. You know, that would be so awesome.
Currently, it's only HBO Max. It's premiering on HBO Max.
I think it's also kind of smart to kind of not have, that in the
True. Yeah.
theaters.
Currently, with our current way things are going, yeah. But currently, I believe that's an HBO Max exclusive, similar to Wonder Woman '84, and some other movies are exclusive.
Yeah. I guess it's time to sign up for HBO.
I guess yeah. The question is, all right, is this worth you getting HBO for watching? Because if you get this, you'll be able to watch this. You'll be able to watch Justice League, and you'll be able to watch the new Suicide Squad by the guy who did Guardians of the Galaxy, James Gunn. So you get some, and then you get some other, and then you get the new Matrix if you're a Matrix guy. So you get some things to look forward to.
Yeah, I think it's about time to jump on that HBO Max train.
And then you'll be able to see some other stuff too.
They're starting to make moves, and they're trying to compete with Disney. So
Disney, Netflix, yeah, it's an interesting battle.
I think Netflix is also trying to. I think everyone is just trying to compete with Disney at the moment. Like WandaVision is just breaking records, and like Netflix is also on that kind of like we're dropping a new movie every week or some shit. And
I did see that.
They just dropped something with like Kevin James, and it kind of looks like a snoozer, but they're continuing to drop stuff. So everyone's just trying to outdo the mouse. But I think HBO Max is the next move for sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's about it for the week.
So now that really is the official end of the news.
Official end of the news.
That's official. This was our first post-credit news.
Yeah, as I said, this is like the post-credit. That's the post-credit of the news. So stay tuned.
Universe all of a sudden.
There you go. Bam.
The Counter Boy universe, the GCU.
We're busting out into hope different avenues. But stay tuned for the patch notes that'll drop later this week. See ya.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of the Gaming Console Podcast. Now, if you're not with us on the social game, you really are missing out. On Instagram, follow us at the Gaming Console Podcast. Facebook is the Gaming Console Podcast. Also, follow us on Twitter. We're the Console Boys on Twitter, so hit us up, tweet us. Everything podcast related episode wise, go to gamingconsolepod.com.
The Council Boys in the building tonight. Oh, what a feeling. I'm feeling life.
Console Boys are out.